So obviously, like, I don't know who's going to win the Stanley Cup, Edmonton or Florida.
We're talking about that now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue. I feel like
Perfect.
on one hand, it's like there's like whole this narrative that like the Oilers. I think this is funny because we did talk about this last time I was here about Canada's team and how you wouldn't root for another Canadian team. There's a lot of Leaf fans. I won't name them here, but there are a lot that are throwing on the orange and being #loyal to oil. And I see it. That's fine. I understand the Canadian patriotism. We need to win a ring. I don't get it, but also I think the only reason I'd want Edmonton to win is like this era of hockey. Like, we'll tell our kids, grandkids, Connor McDavid was one of the greatest players of all time. But the only knock people will have is no championships, no rings.
Well,
so he gets one.
Right.
He gets two or three, that's when he starts putting himself in that Gretzky, Crosby conversation. Because skill-wise, for sure, he's there. But these guys won championships.
Absolutely. I mean, that was the same thing with Ovechkin. Ovechkin's nowhere near on the level of player as a McDavid or a Crosby or Gretzky. However, though, I think Connor McDavid is the most skilled hockey player I've ever watched in my life. I really
absolutely.
do. Skilled-wise, I don't think you could take it away from him. It's like, that's how I think about Mike Trout with baseball. I think Mike Trout is one of the most gifted, arguably the most gifted baseball player you've ever seen, along with Shohei Ohtani. No discredit to Ohtani because he pitches and he bats. But Mike Trout's swing is pure. His base running is pure. His outfielding is spectacular. Now, this was before Ohtani, so if the casuals out there say Ohtani, it's only Ohtani. Growing up watching Mike Trout, I mean, special. Growing up watching McDavid, special. Crosby as well, but I don't think Crosby's on the level of a McDavid. Crosby was great in his prime. I'm not going to discredit Crosby, but McDavid is just a whole nother level. I mean, this guy can take that. He gets into first gear and second gear like that. I mean, he's got the fastest burst of speed I've ever seen play, and then he's got hands, and he can play defense, and he's great in the corners. He's the next step up from Crosby, meaning like how Crosby is good at being a playmaker, some other guys as well. This guy is just,
he's the X factor.
He's the it factor. He's the LeBron of the NHL.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a good comparison, but like similar to Josh Allen, where it's like, oh, you need me to run? Okay, I'll go for a 50-yard scramble. Oh, you need me to throw a deep bomb? Boom, I'll throw it to whoever's out there. Like, he just has the ability to do whatever the team needs to win. Yep. And like you said, that turbo, like, like you go to arcade, there's like racing games where you hit turbo and like he just has that ability. Like in the Dallas, was it Game 5, where he just put on the Jets and then do breakaway and was able to like go as fast as he could to the net, stop, get the hands and score. Like, it's just as someone who's like attempted to play hockey and like played like very, very low levels, to be able to do that on skates is like next to impossible.
Like, I've played hockey my entire life, and I consider myself a good player, and I can play with a lot of high level guys, nowhere near on that level. But man, to do that in a game or a practice, to go all the way, stick handle, then stop, and then go back. I mean, he played with a defenseman in a Dallas Stars game where he chipped it around the boards, chipped it around the guy, got it back to himself. Passed it, I think it was to Draisaitl. Draisaitl passed it to him. He passed it back, and then one more, and he went around the guy, and he put it in the net. I'm like, how? Like Austin Matthews, I'm bringing your Leafs back up here, is a great player, but him and McDavid aren't even comparable.
No.
Like, it's night and day, and it's crazy because Austin Matthews had 60 goals in a season.
69.
69. Yeah, you would hear that, and you're like, oh my God, that guy, he's the best. No, there's another guy, Connor McDavid. Oh, he's got a teammate named Leon Draisaitl, who's also 100 points per game, 100 points a season guy. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, but like, it's crazy to think that on that team, Draisaitl's the 1B, but you put Draisaitl on like team, maybe like 25, at least 25 other teams in the league. He's 1A
100%.
Unanimously too.
100%.
You got two Hall of Famers on Edmonton right now. I mean, it's like Florida, I think, is the more well-rounded team if you go forward, defense, everything. But like, there's just the two X factors in Edmonton that you just don't know what they're gonna do any given night.
But that's how it was. That's how it was last year as well. With the Stanley Cup with McDavid and Draisaitl, and they were down 3-0 in the series, and they ended up coming back. So I mean, it's crazy to think about, and I don't know. Are we going to see Calvin Pickard in this series? Is he gonna be the goaltender? Is it going to be Stuart Skinner? Like, what are we going to see here?
I'm excited. I think I'm definitely like. This is very reminiscent of that time in the NBA where it was Cavs Warriors every year. Like, you just look at the way these two teams are built. There's no reason that we couldn't see Edmonton and Florida in the finals next year as well. Yeah. So I'm excited. I mean, I'll go. All right, just for the purpose of putting it out there, I think Edmonton will win. I'll go Edmonton 7 games.
Wow. Okay. I will take the Edmonton Oilers as well. I think home ice comes it comes at a big advantage in this series. I know last year as well, they were down 3-0, it went to 7. Florida had home ice, and Florida's been an absolute dog on away this year because they beat Carolina on the road in 5, and then they beat Toronto as well in 7. They beat did they beat the Lightning on the road as well?
Yeah, 5 games.
Yeah, so they've been the road dogs. You know, that's how they've been this entire postseason. But I just think that there's something up McDavid's sleeve. He is so hungry for a cup, the Four Nations thing. And you know what? Another thing, I don't know if you saw this, but Gretzky, he lost his first cup. And then I sent this to you. Crosby lost his first cup. And then now McDavid is in those shoes as well. Lost to the first team that they played, and they replayed them the next year, which is remarkable to think about. I think the script writers have this written perfectly. I've got the Edmonton Oilers winning this series in 7 games as well. Maybe even 6, who knows? But I really think in 7. And I think McDavid cements his legacy and gets his first cup this year. He won the Conn Smythe Trophy last year, and they lost the freaking Stanley Cup. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, that hasn't happened. I think there was a goalie in Philly like many moons ago.
It was 1972, I think.
Yeah.
3
Hextall,
before that.
something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, this is the comparison of how LeBron should have won the 2015 NBA MVP and the Finals MVP to how McDavid won like last year. Like, there is no way in this world that Andre Iguodala should have won the Finals MVP over LeBron James in 2015. And that's how I saw it last year. Like, Panthers fans like, no, Bobrovsky's winning. Just Kachuk's going to win. Like, no, McDavid deserves this Conn Smythe more than anyone on either team. That's how I think of it too. And people get salty that the opposing team that loses should not get the championship trophy MVP. No, they do. It is a team game. I know it goes to the best player, and that's how it should be in football as well. If that player outplays that other player on the opposing team, he should get it. Why wouldn't he? He outperformed everybody.
That's like what Super Bowl was it where the Eagles beat the Patriots, but Tom Brady had the most passing yards in a single Super Bowl of all time, right?
That was the
2018?
2018. That was in Minnesota. Yeah, that was what LIII. Yeah, that was the Brandon Graham strip sack at the end of the game there. Yeah. They lost 41-33. I'm pretty sure Brady had the most passing yards. I think he threw for what was it 505?
It was over 5, and it's like that was the first time I had saw in the NFL where it's like, does the Super Bowl MVP have to be a guy that won it for the team, or could it be someone else? And I mean, it didn't happen. I don't know if we'll ever see that Super Bowl just because it's like it's such a QB driven league.
Yeah,
and I feel like they're like the stars. Like it almost feels like there's a tiered system in the NFL when it comes to players. It's like QB, wide receiver, sometimes running back, corners, stuff like that. So I just feel like the quarterbacks just have such a level of prestige in the NFL that it's just it's not comparable.